Hi there, everyone. I'm Lisa Brown with Ink and Inspirations, and thank you for joining me for my Facebook Live today. I hope everyone is doing well, and I'm excited to show you a fun little card. Oh, hi, Maria. Hi, Karen. Okay, I'm seeing everybody. All right, thank you. Great. Okay, sounds okay, and everything's okay then. All right, so my goodness. I have been creating like crazy and it has been so much fun. So I hope you had a chance to, hey Carol, hope you've had a chance to get some crafting done. And I'm going to go ahead and get started with what my current class offering is. I haven't done this in a while, but now I feel like I'm able to do this and to have the time to do it. So I am super excited to help you get started on your Christmas cards. And yes, it's early, but better than rushing around at the last minute, right? And so the purpose of this class or these classes, because it's a series of classes, is to give you ideas on layouts and maybe products that you like, and just give you a sample of several different things. Okay. So, and what I like to do instead of charging for my classes, I just ask that you make a qualifying purchase. So I'm going to go over that. Here is the marketing sheet with the little peaks of the 4 cards. Now, with a $35 minimum purchase between now, I'm going to get my little calendar here so I don't mess up. So today's the 16th, between now and the 22nd, okay, place an order in my online store, or you can email me or call me and I'll place the order for you. $35, minimum of $35 before shipping and tax, and you'll get the kits for these 3 cards. If you have a $50 purchase, okay, then you get a bonus project plus these embellishments. Okay, so if you have any questions about that, let me know. I'm super excited about it. And while we're here, I'm just going to give you a real quick sneak peek of the cards. Okay, they're just sweet, simple cards that you can put together using probably a stamp set that you may have. Okay, but we're using the Hope and Peace. Okay, there's one. Here's another one. And a fun fold. And then here's the bonus card. Okay, so let me know if I can help you with anything. I will send email reminders. Be sure that you are on my email list so that you get all of these notifications of everything that I'm offering and also what Stampin' Up! Is offering. Okay, so I do post it on my blog and here, but the email list gets first notification of that. Okay. So that's August 16th through the 22nd for this first in a class Christmas online class series. Okay. All right. Now, I'm also, y'all, I wasn't going to do this year. Let me get back over here. I wasn't going to do Halloween series this year, but I missed it. And I just love the little Halloween sets. So if you don't make projects for Halloween, it's totally okay. You can still watch the videos and use the ideas for different occasions. Okay. All right. And so this starts Friday on my blog and on YouTube. Okay. So it'll be both places. All right. And celebration is still going on. I'm losing my hair coming out. Okay. It's through the end of August. And I wanted to show you as of now, as of just a few minutes ago, the 2 items that have been sold out are the same. These pool party and soft seafoam cards and the tree lot dies that were so cute. Okay, those are gone, but all of these other things are still available. But we've been told that this hippos dies, they're on low inventory. So don't wait if you're wanting these, okay? They coordinate with this precious hippo set, okay? And go together really really cute, okay? All right, and then they've added some more items that you can get. Some of them are with a $50 purchase and some are with a $100 purchase. All of these dies are free with a $100 purchase, and then the rest, the embossing folders and the papers, are with a $50. So just wanted to be sure you were aware of that. Okay, let's get started. We are using the A Fish and a Wish bundle, and it comes with the punch and the stamp set. It is in the annual catalog on page 70. And what I think is really neat about this is there are 3 stamp sets, well, the bundle and 2 other stamp sets that go very well together, okay? So you have this olive branch set, you have this one, which we're using tonight, and then this Hope and Prayer set, which is beautiful. So I did get both of these because I do card ministry for my church and make cards to send out to the homebound. So I thought these would make some really pretty cards, okay? But tonight we're using this one with this cute little fish punch. And I want to show you something, how they use this. Sending well wishes. Look how they made lemons with the fish. And they cut it again and chopped off the tail for the leaves. Isn't that a brilliant idea? I love that. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to keep this close where I have it. Okay, so I'm using a couple of the end colors, the new end colors. This is Tahitian Tide. It is the base of the card, and it's a single layer, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, all right, put that there for now. Then you can choose a piece of designer paper for this part. I decided to go with this Glimmer specialty paper that are in these in colors. Let me show you these. They're beautiful. And if you like sparkle, and you know what my favorite thing is that the glitter doesn't come off, okay? Here is Tahitian Tide. That's what I'm using today. And it's an ombre look. Okay, you see how it's lighter on one end and goes to dark? This is Sweet Sorbet. Beautiful. Parakeet Party. Orchid Oasis. And Starry Sky. Okay, so I'm using a piece of the Tahitian Tide, and it comes in this 6x6 pack. Okay, you get 20 sheets, so it's 4 of each color, and this is in the annual catalog. So this piece is cut 3 by 4. Okay, and so I'm going to adhere that on the bottom there so I don't lose it. I think I'm going to sit down. We're going to get rain today, or they kept saying we were going to get it, and it may still rain this evening. And I thought, oh my goodness, my live, sometimes when it's stormy, the internet goes wacko, and I was hoping that we wouldn't have that problem. Okay, so there we have that. I'm going to set that aside, and we're going to start working on some stamping and punching. So I have just a piece of the pale papaya. I cut it 3 by 5, and it's just a good size to use for this particular punch. Okay, and so I'm going to take this off. I'll put that there for now. Move these, and I wanted to show you a little tip when you're using this punch. I made a little template that I keep inside of the stamp set. And so what I did, I'm not going to unmount these right now, but I took the stamps and I punched the punch first. Okay, punch that out. Then I laid those 2 fish stamps inside. Then I put my clear block on top and picked it up so that when I go to punch, they are positioned exactly right. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, that's pale papaya. And I'm going to go and stamp the fish with Calypso Coral. Now, I tried the tone-on-tone look with Pale Papaya, and it didn't stand out enough to it. Hi, I can't see your name, but oh, hi, Connie. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up, and I'm going to stamp it here toward the bottom. Okay, and then to save yourself time later, you can go ahead and stamp again on the other side. Okay, but it gives you enough cardstock to hold when you're punching. Okay, all right, let's look at the punch and get it in here. So watch this. I'm going to slide this right in, center it over the little fish, and punch. Okay, these are two little fins. I'm going to leave those there. I'm going to go ahead and punch these other two because for this particular card, I used this little fish for the inside of the card too, okay? So let me punch it. All right. Okay, now I think I can put that aside. And we have these to work with. So I'm going to push those up here and have those ready to go. And next I'm going to be using, I have 2 pieces of basic white cut at 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. One of these pieces is what we're going to use to stamp on and provide the background for these fish. Okay, so first off, I'm going to need some scrap paper because I'm going to be doing some stamping off. So if you're not familiar with stamping off, it's when you take a stamp and the ink pad and you ink it up, and you don't want it quite as dark as it shows initially on your project. So you stamp off on a piece of scratch paper and then stamp it again. Okay, so let me see, I'm going to do it curls like that. This is little currents in the water. And let me get I'm going to move this over, make sure you can see it. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp up here. And I'm just going to kind of scatter stamp these little current swirls. This one I'm going to turn. I try to fit it where, you know, they kind of mold into each other, where this one comes up, this one comes down. It doesn't really matter. That's just something that I do. This one, I'm going to come and try to do most of it on the basic white. I'm going to stamp off again, and let's see. Oops, I have a little oops right there. That's okay. Let me wipe that off. These in-color ink pads are super juicy. Okay, so, and how do I want to do this one? I think I'm going to try to go over that boo-boo. There we go. That oops stamp off. And so I'm just coming all the way down to mimic the water, okay, under the sea. Little Mermaid. Mia loves Little Mermaid. Okay, let's stamp again, and come on down here. Okay, I'm good with that. Now I want to put some of the underwater sea plants. I was going to say seaweed, but sea plants sounded nicer. I'm going to get another piece of scrap paper so I don't get the back of that all full of ink. Let's put that on top here. And then, let's see, I need my parakeet party. And again, I'm going to stamp off so that it's not too bright. Oops. go with that. And I'm going to stamp this 3 times across the bottom, varying the height. So there's one. Stamp off. I'm going to come up. And then I have a little more room over here. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp. Okay? Just gives it some interest rather than just straight across. All right, let's see what I'm going to do next. We're going to put the fish on. So I am going to, again, turn that over some. And I'm going to take these 2 fish, and then I'm going to decide where they are going to be swimming in the sea. So this one's going to go down here. I'm going to have a ribbon tied up here, so I'm leaving room for that. And I'm going to have a sentiment going across here, okay? So let's use some Stampin' Dimensionals and pop these up, and then I'll work with the fin. I found it easier to do that after I had the fish already in place. There's that little guy, and then this one. So last night, Jackie and I, he said, "You want to watch a movie?" And I said, "Okay." So he goes, "Well, you pick it." He always does that. You choose. And so I went to Amazon Prime Video, and I found the first thing that came up was a Amazon Prime exclusive directed by Ron Howard, and it was 13 Lives. Has anyone seen that? It's the story of the Thai soccer team that was trapped in a cave for days, and they all survived, and how they got them out. It's very interesting. I really didn't know all the details, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a long movie, but I hung in there because Jackie fell asleep one time, and I had to catch him up when I heard him awaken. And so, but if you like the true, based on true events, which I usually do, that's a good one to watch. It's on Amazon Prime. Okay, you see I'm getting the fins and trying to decide how I'm going to position them. We're always looking for good movies to watch. I saw another one of my demonstrator friends recommended A Woman in Gold. Have any of you seen that? It's on Netflix, I believe. It's with, I think it's Helen Mirren and Ryan Reynolds. And so I'm going to, maybe we'll watch that later. Okay, so now I have the fins glued on, okay, but I thought it needed a little something, so I'm taking Wink of Stella and just brushing over them so it's a little white, a little sparkly. Okay. All right. So now I have a 1/2 inch strip. This is just scrap from the scrap drawer. Okay. And I'm going to use that to stamp a Sea of Thanks. And I'm going to stamp that in Tahitian tide. So let me go ahead and open this up. And I'm not seeing any comments, but I'm thinking you're still there. So if somebody else says something, it's a strange feeling to be thinking you're just talking to yourself. Oh my goodness. Okay. I stopped for a minute because my computer went dark, and I want to be sure it's recording. So I'm going to put that back in. All right. So now with this Sea of Thanks, what I'm going to do is just take this, my paper snips, and I'm going to cut it off first, and then banner cut the end. So I'm going to go up the center, and then come over and cut and cut. Okay, let's do that to the other side. And you can leave the banner as long as you'd like. I like to cut it so that the little banner cut is close to the sentiment, but not just right on top of it. Okay. So let's see, I think I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals too to make it stand out a little more. Okay. Thank you. Are you getting a huge thunderstorm? I don't know who it is that's telling me that. Tell me your name. Who's getting the huge thunderstorm? Because I'm thinking we're going to get it too. Late tonight. Okay. Well, the recording will be up if you lose your signal, okay? It'll stay up here on Facebook, and I will probably upload it to YouTube. I'm going to move this out of the way. And then I'm going to take 14 to 16 inches of ribbon. And this is that Pale Papaya ribbon that carried over from last year's annual catalog. I love it. It is so easy to tie. Okay, so go over here. I want the bow over here toward the left side. And the reason I decide that is when I have when you look at the design of the card, the weight, so to speak, and I'm seeing that I'm freezing, so just hang in there. At the top. I don't know if you're still seeing this or not, but I'm having some internet difficulties too, so no telling what the weather's doing outside. Sometimes when it gets really cloudy, I don't know why, because I have a great fiber optic internet Wi-Fi. Made sure of it, but sometimes still. Okay, so there I have my little bow. And if you missed what I was saying here, I put the bow toward this side so that there's more weight down on this side because of all these elements here. So I want to balance it out with the bow up here on this side. And I'm going to put a mini glue dot beneath that to hold it in place because I didn't tie it very tight. But let's just get that like that, and then we won't have to worry about it. Okay? All right, so we're ready to move on. No, let's not. Let's go ahead and do the inside of the card. So I have another piece of basic white, and it is the same, 3.5 by 4 3/4. Okay, good. And I am going to stamp on the inside here too. I say the inside. This is the inside layer. So I'm going to take my Tahitian Tide again and do the same thing. Just a couple of stamps at the bottom. So here we go. And then again. Okay. Then I'm also going to take the little sea plant. And I know I need to keep this moved up so y'all can see it. I decided to come down with my camera closer so that you could see a little better, but that gives my work surface area for that is inside the camera's eye. Oh, I forgot to stamp off, but it's okay. I don't have as big of a space. So, okay, got that. Then I'm going to take this other extra little fish, and he's going to go on the inside. So I'm going to kind of repeat that. This time I'm just going to use some Stampin' Seal Plus. And go right there. Then I think I have another fin here I can put on him. I really liked the pale papaya for the fish. I guess, I don't know, I've made another card that I'm supposed to do for my YouTube live on Thursday, and it uses this same stamp set. And I tried different colors, but I tend to go to this. I think it's a good contrast to what I've chosen for the green and the blue. Okay, so that is just going to be left blank so that I can write my thank you message in there. And so now I have, this is like the card, okay, that's going to be mounted on the base. This is Parakeet Party, cut at 3 5/8 by 9 3/4 and scored at 4 7/8. Okay, and so let's go ahead and assemble. Let's move this. Got these little fishies everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on the inside. It's striking against that Parakeet Party, isn't it? Okay, I'm using Stampin' Seal Plus, which is one of my favorite adhesives. Okay, that's going there. And then this little guy is going over top. Just wait till you see it all together. All the colors in that base. So cute. And it's really pretty. Okay. This is going to go on the front. And so you see I worked the whole front panel before I ever glued it onto this part. Okay. So let me get it centered. That's good. All right. And so now we're going to go back. Thank you so much. Okay, see that? Don't you love those colors? I do. Okay, so went back and forth with what adhesive to use here. You know, when you have glimmer paper, sometimes you need to use the liquid glue, and so it goes down in all those little bitty crevices. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm just going to be generous with this glue. And let's push it up some. You see how that glimmer paper borders out the side there? It's kind of like water itself, and so I'm going to give it a good press. Okay. Okay, so now one last little touch is some of these in color dots, and I'm using the Tahitian Tide. And so I kind of look and see where I have some bare spaces. Okay. So let's go with one of these, and I'm going to come here, and then a smaller one right here, and then I need something right here, so I'm going to choose one of these larger ones, probably on this lighter. If you'll notice, these dots are like ombre in the in colors as well. You see that? From light to dark. Okay. All right, there is our card. Thank you. Thank you so much, Raywin. Raywin, is that how am I mispronouncing your name? Okay, let me bring myself back on so I can. Okay, so had so much fun making this card. I think this stamp set will probably remain in my collection, and just like the fish, you know, because we're big fishermen, and also just the message. on some of these. Look at this. I haven't even tried this particular stamp yet, but I love that love never fails. And I think it would be beautiful with the, in combination with, let me get it, like I showed you in the catalog, the hope and prayer. Okay. Some of the sentiments there. So, hi there. Thank you for watching. Okay. So good being with you this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. If I can help you with anything, let me know. Remember, I have my online first in a series. I'm doing 4 series, 4 classes, one each month, August, September, October, November. Okay. And you get the kits for 3 cards with a minimum $35 purchase before shipping and tax. You get the bonus project plus the gems with a $50 purchase. Okay. So if I can help you with anything, let me know. Take care. Have a great evening. Always share your good movie recommendations with me because I love to hear it. And I'll talk to you again soon. YouTube live probably on Thursday. Not sure about the time. Mr. Brown and I were talking about maybe going to Branson to a show. So I will announce that too. So take care and y'all have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.